All right, I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoot program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm police. I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoot program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm police. I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Listen, let me tell you something. Right now, there are a lot of airmen, Marines, Coast Guard, soldiers, reservists. Right now, I'm sure they're going to understand exactly what I'm getting ready to say. If you know anybody who have served in the military, I want you to share this, I want you to tag this, and I want you to listen up real quick. So I'm in this social media chat and I'm listening to people go back and forth in regards to Veterans Day and how unimportant it is. And at first I'm like, some people just saying this shit for clout. They saying fuck the military, fuck veterans for clout. I'm saying, okay, maybe they just doing this as a ha-ha moment. Let me sit back and chill. So I'm reading, and as the shit started going longer and longer and the comments started getting more in depth and people started saying shit like, it's not my fault that you chose to leave your family. It's not my fault that you chose to go fight in a foreign country. You should have chose a better job. Now, at this point in time, I'm kind of sitting back and I'm being cool, calm, and collective. And I'm reading the comments because I'm just like, maybe they don't understand what Veterans Day is all about. Maybe they just don't get it. So I said, you know what? Let me educate them on what Veterans Day is. And here's my thing. There's a lot of men and women that have joined the military service and they're not here right now. They've missed a lot of holidays. They missed a lot of special occasions. They miss anniversaries. They miss special moments with their children. So that way people can be in a position to be like, you know what? I don't care nothing about the military. Veterans Day is about more than getting a certain percentage off of food and going places and skipping lines and shit. It means more than that. And it's so crazy to me that somebody would think that Veterans Day is unimportant, which is more crazy because you only get it one time a year. You only get one time a year to say, hey, listen, thank you for your services, men and women. Thank you for the people that have chosen to leave their families to go fight for freedom, to go fight for equality, to go fight for this America. It don't matter if you're a Republican, a Democrat, white, black, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. Because when you're wearing that uniform, everyone is equal moving forward downrange. Now, my thing about it is to listen to people say how unimportant Veterans Day is, how unimportant the military is. I'm fucking shocked. Like, I'm shocked. Like, at some point in time, you have to learn how to pay homage to people. At some point in time, you need to sit back and say, well, let me shut the hell up. Now, I don't know if they don't have veterans around them. I don't know if they just have a sour taste in their mouth in reference to the military. But I can tell you right now, there are men and women that are in the military that are phenomenal people. Let's talk about it. This Tough Love, I'm Mario J. If you just tuning in right now, they told me fuck the military and fuck the veterans, y'all. So I had to set the record straight, but I had to come and talk to my audience and tell them, listen, if you are one of those people that you have a gripe with the military, you have a gripe with veterans, you don't want to celebrate Veterans Day, that's your prerogative. That's your prerogative. But when you start voicing your opinion, you best to goddamn believe that you're going to have veterans who served in the military and who are currently serving in the military get on your ass. Huh? Get on your ass. It's a lot of people who like to talk about a lot of shit that they don't know about. You see what I'm saying? They heard about it through somebody or they watched the movie, so they feel like they understand what the shit's all about. Let me tell you something. It's a lot of people that have made the ultimate sacrifice in regards to this country. And I hear a lot of people talking about patronage, talking about, you know what I'm saying, being a great America or whatever. And they've never left the United States of America. They've never done anything for their country in regards to service. Not community service, not local service, not a little service. But then these people have left their homes. They've trained. You know what I'm saying? They've been out in the rain and in thunderstorms and all types of shit. So that way you can be at home with your children and be safe. So that way you can have an opportunity to go out to the clubs, to go to college, to get married, to get divorced, to do all the things that they can't do. Do you know how many people that were sitting across seas while you were sitting in the house complaining? While they were across seas away from their family, you was mad because you had to be in the house based on the pandemic. You was mad because you had to be in the house with your family, but they couldn't be with their family because they was in Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait, stuck in Europe. Imagine what they've missed. Imagine what they've had to sacrifice. And you telling me that you get one time a year to say, thank you, I appreciate it, and you missed the mark. You missed the mark. Fuck you mean, fuck the military. What you mean you don't care about veterans? Then you in the wrong America. You in the wrong America. First of all, the military is not that big, and there's only a small percentage of people who actually venture into the military. It takes guts to join the military. It takes guts to leave out of your mama house, your daddy house, your grandparents' house, your uncle, your aunt, a friend of the family. It takes guts to say, I'm going to raise my right hand and join something that I really don't know nothing about. But I'm going to go out here and venture out and try to be the best I can be. It takes guts. Everybody don't make it through basic training. Everybody don't make it through their first duty station. Everybody don't make it home from Iraq and Afghanistan. So it's amazing to me when you're in a position to say, you know what, let me pay homage. Let me say thank you. Let me appreciate what you guys have done for us, both men, women of every nationality, race, color, and creed. We are so divided when it comes to politics, but this I know to be true. That is one uniform. And when you're wearing that uniform, it's something that you should respect. When you throw those salutes up and you say, sir, ma'am, chief, that's something you should respect. Whether you're an airman, a soldier, a Marine, a Coast Guard, a sailor, whatever it is that you do for this America, in this military, you should be respected. And no one should be saying that we don't give a damn about veterans, Hey, y'all chose that job. We didn't tell you, we didn't tell you to leave your family. We didn't tell you to miss that anniversary. Right. Somebody said you should have known what you signed up for. You should have known what you signed up for. I understand certain things when it comes to the military. I understand that certain people join the military for certain reasons, whether it's, a situation where, hey, you could be a juvenile delinquent and this could be your hey, go to the military or go to jail shot. This could be I'm following in my father's legacy or my mother's legacy in regards to saying I'm going to be the second, third, or maybe even the first generation to join the military. Hey, I could be down on my luck. I could be coming out of a divorce and I join the military. I could be in college and say, hey, I need more money, to pay these college loans off, so I'm going to join the military. Hey, I'm getting out of divorce. I'm going to jump into the military. I have seen numerous types of people in the military. I've been in positions where I've had to lead phenomenal soldiers, meet phenomenal leaders. So a lot of times when you ask, in reference to leadership, hey, where is the leadership in these communities? I can honestly tell you that there is a lot of leadership in the military. There's a lot of positive people in the military, and shame on you for not getting to know them. Shame on you for not sitting down saying, I appreciate your service. I may not understand what you guys do, but I appreciate what you guys do, because if you guys are doing it, that means I get time to do whatever the hell I want to do. If I want to go to the club every weekend and party, if I want to be in the strip club throwing ones, if I want to put new rims on my car, if I want to goddamn ignore my kids, because guess what? I can do whatever I want to do because I'm a civilian. I don't have to listen to nobody because I'm a boss. Ain't that what you say? I'm a boss. I'm a bad bitch. I ain't gonna go in no military. What some of these black people say, I ain't going into that white man military. Let me tell you something, man. We have to thank God at the people that don't think like that. We have to thank God at the people that says, you know what, with all jokes aside, I'm going to do something different and do something better. There is a lineage of people who have paid the ultimate and made the ultimate sacrifice for people to have rights, for people to understand, like, listen, bro, I don't want to be away from my family. I don't want to be away from my job. I don't want to be away from my household, but I got to do what I got to do. Can you imagine? Let me break some shit down for you guys. I need y'all to share this. I need you to share this with a veteran, anybody that you know who served. If your father has served, your mother has served, your aunt, your uncle, listen, I need you to share this. This is very important because somebody need to hear this, and I'm only doing this because this is Tough Love, and I'm Mario J. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Can you imagine sitting at home with your family, getting a call saying that you need to be on base, okay, in the next 2 hours. And within the next 2 hours, you then meet up, okay, with 5,000 other soldiers to prepare to go across seas for a year. How many people got that call? How many bad bitches and how many dons and all of these thugs that's running around in the street killing other people? How many of them got that call? How many got that call? It wasn't a bill collector. It wasn't your homie from down the street. It wasn't your girlfriend saying, girl, let's gossip. It was someone from your unit saying, it's time to get your shit. It's time to roll. The balloon has went up. Nowhere to hide. Nothing else to talk about. Nothing to text. Nothing to try to skedaddle out. It's time to motherfucking bust a move. We talk that shit. It's a lot of people riding around with the American flags and let's make America great again and ain't done jack shit for America. Oh, I got problems with black people. I got problems with Hispanic people. I got problems with white people. Well, you know what you thinking when you riding on that plane with all of these people that you say you hate? man, I gotta get back home to my family. I got to get back home with the man and the woman sitting next to me, with the soldier, Marine, the airman, the sailor sitting next to me. So for you guys to be like, I don't give a fuck about a veteran, I don't give a fuck about the military. Listen, again, that's your opinion. But when you voice your opinion out loud, I got to check that shit. I got to check that shit because I've lost too many friends behind some bullshit to make you sit back and say, bro, what have you been doing with your life? What have you been doing with your opportunities? What have you been doing with your freedoms? Because that's what it is, your freedoms. When the last time America had a draft? So a lot of these people are joining on their own free will. They're leaving boroughs, cities, towns, and they've never been outside these places. So imagine going to these places and saying, fall in line, soldier. Beat your face, soldier. And you standing in front of these drill sergeants and you looking at them like, who the fuck are these robots? Never been away from home, never been away from your friends. And they say, you know what, man, I'm going to go out on a limb and do something different. I'm going to go out on a limb and do something brave. But you got people who sit around in these towns, sit around in these cities, and in these states, and they talk about how they want to make America great again. How are you making America great again? By spreading hatred? By promoting division? When you're wearing that uniform, bro, let me tell you something. For the majority of people, they don't have time to be thinking about that. I can't hate you because guess what? We're defending enemies, both foreign and domestic. Foreign and domestic. When you see people in that uniform, be proud of them. That's somebody's wife, that's somebody's husband, that's somebody's child, that's someone who's saying, listen, I am willing to make the ultimate sacrifice. I'm willing to go where you're not willing to go. I'm willing to do what you're not willing to do. While you're saying make America great again, I am the force behind the narrative that makes America great again. I'm the force that pushes the freedom margin, that put the points on the board, that moves the ball forward. I'm the reason because we're the people that's standing in the gap. When you say make America great again, there has to be energy behind that. There has to be a push behind that. Those people who wear the uniform, that's the push. That's the energy. There's a lot of congressmen and congresswomen, mayors, senators. They're not serving in the military. They're not. They're not sending their children to fight. They're not. You got average, everyday citizens just like you. Whether you go pump your gas, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a post office worker, whatever it is that you do, you got the average people that's just like you who said, I'm going to put these pants on. I'm going to grab this weapon. I'm going to put this helmet on or this Kevlar on. And I'm going to go and do the impossible. I'm going to render aid to my fellow man. I'm going to stand in the gap of what they would say called freedom. And a lot of people don't respect it. So what would you respect? People celebrate people coming home from prison more than they celebrate veterans. You're more excited about your homeboy coming home from prison from killing somebody, from selling drugs, than promoting a veteran. Let's talk about it. You wanted to talk about it, let's talk about it. When you say fuck the military and you say fuck veterans or whatever, I take it personal. I take it personal. Because you have people that I know for a fact that has families that they can't see no more. They can never go home again. They never made it back to the United States of America alive. While you sat back and you had all of these chances to be great. And the only thing that you could accomplish was playing video games, was talking shit about the president of the United States on a daily basis. Worrying about the next turn up, Worrying about the next fad or a hairstyle or the next reality TV show. You haven't done shit to better yourself, but you had the opportunity. You had the time. You didn't promote anything. You didn't promote your life. You didn't promote your friends. You didn't promote your family. You didn't promote being an entrepreneur. You didn't take advantage of the freedoms that you have. I'm going to do something for y'all because I believe it's necessary. I'm going to do something for you because I believe it's necessary.
Veterans Day, November 11th. A day of observance, remembrance, and reflection. A day set aside to thank and honor all military veterans who have served our nation honorably in war or peacetime. It is also a commemoration of how our military veterans stand as the transition between the struggle of life and sacrifice and the peace that follows. Veterans Day is a federal holiday in the United States, observed annually on November 11th, and this day gives all Americans the opportunity to celebrate the bravery, service, and sacrifice of all U.S. veterans, living and deceased. A veteran is someone who has served on active duty in the United States Armed Forces, Public Health Service, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or Environmental Science Service. We must also never forget any prisoner of war or those missing in action who did not return home. There are currently more than 17 million veterans living in the U.S., in every state and territory. They come from all walks of life. Some are old and some are young. Some served here at home and others overseas. They are from big cities, small towns, and everywhere in between. But how is this holiday different than Memorial Day? And why November 11th? Veterans Day celebrates the service of all U.S. military veterans, while Memorial Day, which is observed in May, honors service members who have died in service to their country or as a result of injuries incurred in battle. Another military holiday that also occurs in May, Armed Forces Day, honors those currently serving in the U.S. military. Veterans Day, formerly known as Armistice Day, was originally set as a U.S. legal holiday to honor the end of the major hostilities of World War I, as they were formally ended at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918. For that reason, November 11th, 1918 was largely considered the end of the war to end all wars, and dubbed Armistice Day. In November 1919, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed the first commemoration of Armistice Day with the following words: "To us in America, the reflections of Armistice Day will be filled with solemn pride in the heroism of those who died in the country's service, and with gratitude for the victory, both because of the thing from which it has freed us, and because of the opportunity it has given America to show her sympathy with peace and justice in the councils of the nations." In legislation that was passed in 1938, November 11th was made a legal holiday and dedicated to the cause of world peace and to be hereafter celebrated and known as Armistice Day. As such, this new legal holiday was primarily a day set aside to honor only veterans of World War I. In other nations also involved in the First World War, their Remembrance Day is also observed on November 11th. In 1945, World War II veteran Raymond Weeks from Birmingham, Alabama, had the idea to expand Armistice Day to celebrate all veterans, not just those who died and served in World War I. Weeks led a delegation to General Dwight Eisenhower, who supported the idea of a National Veterans Day. At the continued urging of major U.S. veteran organizations, Armistice Day was renamed Veterans Day in 1954, and later that year, now President Dwight D. Eisenhower issued the first Veterans Day proclamation, calling upon Americans everywhere to rededicate themselves to the cause of peace. The Veterans Day National Ceremony is held each year at Arlington National Cemetery at 11 a.m. A color guard made up of members from each branch of the military, renders honors to America's war dead during a tradition-rich ceremony at the tomb of the unknown soldier. The president or his representative places a wreath at the tomb, and a bugler sounds taps. At the tomb of the unknown soldier, an American soldier, a veteran, is buried on a Virginia hillside overlooking the Potomac River and Washington, D.C. Inscribed on the back of the tomb are the words, "Here rests in honored glory an American soldier, known but to God." An Army sentinel maintains a 24-hour guard over the tomb, a constant vigil regardless of weather conditions. How can you help to honor Americans' veterans on Veterans Day? Write letters to veterans with help from local American Legion or VFW, Veterans of Foreign Wars, chapters. Visit and place small U.S. flags or a wreath at the graves of your local veterans. In school, students can share photographs of family members who are veterans and may also look up former students, teachers, and staff who are veterans to also display their names and pictures. Many of us are sons, daughters, cousins, or other relatives of a veteran or current service member. By setting aside November 11th and engaging in discussion about these crucial members of our family and our society, we are able to hear from and about those closest to us who have helped to shape U.S. history. Veterans Day continues to be observed each and every year on November 11th, regardless of what day of the week on which it falls. The observance of Veterans Day not only preserves the historical significance of November 11th, but helps focus attention on the important purpose of this day, a celebration to honor America's veterans for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good. Please remember to thank a veteran today. Thank them for their service and their sacrifice on behalf of all of us and to the United States.
I just want to make sure that we good on something real quick. Hold on for a second. Hey, listen, let me tell y'all something, man. You know, we laugh, we cry together. You know, we all feel strong in our beliefs and our morals and values about the things that we care about. And Veterans Day is something that I care about. You know what I'm saying? Don't miss the opportunity to give thanks to people who kept you in mind and never met you before. People from all over the country that said, you know what, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do something where I don't have a lot of people pushing me, where I don't have a lot of people cheering for me, where I don't have the mother in the household or the father in the household, or role model and the provider in the household. I'm going to be the man or woman that ventures out and to serve my country proudly. I see a lot of veterans, they're posting their photos in regards to basic training when they first entered the military. You know, those ugly photos. Everybody took ugly photos. But the fact of the matter is, I could tell that they're proud of those photos. I could tell that while wearing that uniform, and when they posted that photo and people say, hey, thank you for serving, I appreciate you, I can tell that does something to your heart. Deep down in your soul, like it grabs it and says, I appreciate you. You get one time a year to tell a veteran, thank you for your service. So why am I hearing people on social media saying fuck veterans and fuck the military? I'm trying to keep this somewhat professional. You are entitled to your opinion. But not when it comes to my service members. Not when it comes to the people that I know for a fact have sacrificed their lives, have sacrificed their time, have sacrificed their energy, have sacrificed their knowledge, their effort. Rain, sleet, or snow, helicopters, tanks, MRAPs, Humvees. People have went the distance for people that they didn't know, so that way you could sit with your family and have a choice. So you can have the time to say, you know what, I don't want to join that military. I'm going to kick back and watch Saturday Night Live tonight. I'm going to watch the presidential election tonight. While you were complaining about being stuck quarantined in the house with your family, you had people that could not be with their family, that could not be in the same country, the same state, the same city, the same town, in a foreign country. How many people can say that? I had to ask the people that was complaining about veterans and saying that, Veterans Day is just about people getting free food and 10% discount over here at the damn store or whatever. I said, dog, it's way more than that. And you got to think about it. We get one day out of a whole year to say thank you. To where the United States of America can bind together and say, we appreciate you. We appreciate the sacrifice that you've made. Can you imagine if you're one of those families that have lost someone in the military? Can you imagine only remembering them one day out the whole year? And then when you get that day, you have people that sit back and say, fuck a veteran and fuck the military. Have you ever been in a Humvee on a convoy late at night when bullets flying across and you seeing tracer rounds and shit and people scared to motherfucking death, but they holding it together because they want to get home, back to their husbands, back to their wives, back to their kids. Hell, some of them are even single, but they just want to get back, goddamn it, so they can go to Waffle House. They don't want to be overseas. They don't want to be in the heat. They don't want to be in the cold. They don't want to be dealing with Taliban. They don't want to be kicking in doors. They don't want to be searching. They don't want to be dealing with bullshit, but they do it. And the least thing we could do is give them some respect, pay homage. No one's saying kiss nobody ass. We just saying goddamn. That's a sacrifice. Some people right now don't sacrifice shit. Not for themselves, not for their families, not for their friends. They are selfish. If you see someone in that uniform, I'm telling you right now, they have paid the ultimate price. And I don't mean with their lives. I mean with their goddamn time. With their time, when they're training, when they're learning how to shoot their weapons to be more proficient, when they're learning the rank structures, when they're learning how to move in those formations, how to understand our orders. What time we leaving to get on that plane? Can you imagine kissing your kids? And it's the last time you kiss your kids? Hugging your kids. Oh, no. I'm not even doing this right. Let me do this right. I need y'all to share this. Don't just look at me, goddammit. Share this. Can you imagine leaving your child? They were just born, right? Just born, fresh baby, just brand new. And coming back and your baby walking and talking, and you've missed all that time. You missed their first step, their first word, when the first time they went to the potty, first day at daycare. Can you imagine that? Some of you people are missing this shit and you live in the same state as your own goddamn kid. It ain't the military that's pulling you apart. I need y'all to share this shit. It's not the military that's separating you from your children. It's you. So when you say, fuck a veteran and fuck the military, then you must don't understand the sacrifices have been made. And when you say, well, they chose that job so they knew what they were getting into, nobody really understands what they're getting into. They just know that, sacrifices need to be made. A lot of time is going to be spent doing some things that they may or may not appreciate. It all depends. But at some point in time, you have to sit back and you have to humble yourself as a United States citizen. And you have to tell yourself there are people that are doing some stuff for me that I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You got your peace officers, that's your firemen, your police officers, police women, and then you got your soldiers, airmen, Coast Guard, sailors, Marines. You got all of these people sleep while you're worrying about partying, while you're worrying about, hey, let me just open up a business, keep my head low, and just move throughout this pandemic. There are people out there paying the ultimate sacrifice. They're on the front line. You have to say, God damn, bro, I appreciate you. I appreciate what you're doing for us. I don't give a fuck if you from the suburbs, if you in the goddamn urban community, if you in the trailer park, we doing this for y'all. I don't care if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're black, if you're white, if you're Hispanic, if you're Japanese, it does not matter. These are people that are taking steps toward freedom, standing in the gap towards enemies of this goddamn U.S., both foreign and domestic. I need you to get this message out. I need you to get this I need you to, if you ain't share shit else this year, I need you to share this right here. Okay? Veterans Day is important, and it is more, okay, than just discounts at a fucking store and some free fucking hot dogs and hamburgers.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoot program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of who the fuck you think you fucking with. I'm police. I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Don't walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down.